This is Elon Musk putting out some major Falco vibes on this story, but this is not about him per se, but what he wants other people to do and how he can kind of boss them around, which technically means it's about him. And take this with grains or barrels of salt. This story, at least the source we got it from to get the article, the words from it, came from RT. So it's Russian propaganda. Yes, but I did see an actual news story on CNN on Slow News Day talking about it. So it's somewhere. Elon Musk has proposed implementing mandatory cognitive tests for U.S. elected officials. The suggestion follows reports about the 81-year-old congresswoman, her name Kay Granger of Texas, who was absent from her duties for 6 months and later found out she was residing in a dementia care facility. Now, Musk's proposal has sparked a debate on the necessity and implications of such an assessment for public servants. Supporters argue that the cognitive evaluations could ensure officials are mentally fit to perform their duties. Our critics raise concerns about the potential age discrimination and the complexities of the implementation of the standardized testing. Because as many of us complain about, especially me in Gen X, who's getting to be up in age, too many old folks running things, mostly because I don't get a shot to do anything because they're in the way, but there's too many old folks running things, and that keeps younger people getting things that actually are progressive. This distinction is part of a broader conversation about the mental acuity of aging political leaders, especially the average age of U.S. politicians continue to rise. The average age of folks in Congress are late 70s, early 80s. Balance between the expertise and cognitive vitality remains a pertinent issue in public service, and maybe this young guy may need to take a test himself. This would also maybe help or maybe hurt the last presidential election we had with the issues between two old guys, one too old for the job, another one not quite as old, but just as bad for the job. It may have caused some strife in the Democratic Party and may have caused an issue where Vice President Kamala Harris would have had a better shot of getting the presidency with longer terms, or no shot at all because a primary would have happened because Joe Biden would not have said run at all, and it had a full primary. And of course, it brings up person, woman, man, camera, TV. And if you don't understand that one, then the person who said he saved himself and his mental acuity by taking the test and be able to repeat the words person, woman, man, camera, TV, maybe he might need a deeper evaluation per his buddy, Elon Musk, if this would come to fruition. Now, maybe under the Deutsch level, the Deutsch stuff he can do, he could suggest something like this. Someone else would have to actually put into law and implement it. The people in Congress who are really, really old who have to out themselves out and give themselves tests to get themselves out of a job, which is probably not going to happen. I wouldn't think. But Musk may have a point. Maybe, as many people say, there's way too many old people running the show, and some of these old people not only aren't in touch culturally, but they really aren't in touch mentally. They really can't do things. Think about Barbara Boxer a few years ago and her tragic time in the last days of her being in office. Will Musk get his way, which makes this a Musk story? Will person, woman, man, camera, TV allow this to happen? I guess we shall see.